So I've just arrived at the chapel of the Mont Saint-Michel in Finistère. So yeah, I'm going to take a wide angle shot just behind me because I found one of the rare bits of foreground interest in this on this mount. So yeah, you can see nothing of the views, absolutely nothing, because it's like we're in the middle of a cloud. So yeah, if I want to get any views, I'll probably have to go down slightly to see if I get any. But yeah, I prefer like weather like this for it to be super moody than something sort of like blue skies that I had the other day while I was scouting here. So yeah, I'll set up now and talk you through my shot. So I've just taken the shot. I've composed it with the bit of foreground interest, the rocks and this bit of stonework in the foreground, and then the paths leading towards the chapel that's shrouded in the mist. So yeah, I'll talk you through my settings and my composition in a bit more detail. So first of all, you've got that bit of foreground interest, which is a square, well, roughly the size or the form of a square, and then a few steps leading towards the path that's just over there, and that takes you to the church in the distance. The mist or the cloud is always evolving a bit, so I might take a few different pictures, and I focused on 3 points. So my first point of focus is the closest part of the image, and then it's the middle part, and then the chapel. So I've got 3 points of focus just to make sure that I get a sharp image throughout the scene. I'm shooting at 1/80th of a second because there's a bit of wind and I don't want the grass to get blurred. I'm at f10 and ISO 250. So f10, so I keep a bit of depth of field, and ISO 250 because it allows me to get that relatively fast shutter speed. I've just taken a second composition which is slightly modified than the first one, where this one I've centered the chapel and uncentered the foreground, but you can see the step, so I've centered them both in my composition, and we'll see which one turns out the best. It's a completely different atmosphere up here. When I was here a few days ago, the day before yesterday, it was blue sky and you could see for miles, and literally now all I can see is like 30 meters in front of me. So yeah, but there's some really moody pics, and it's kind of just as stunning in a way. So yeah, as you can see, it's very moody. So I found this composition behind me. I'm going to try to look up towards the chapel and get a unique point of view, and there's even a bit of foreground interest just behind me. So I think I'm going to keep on moving about, take this image quickly and scout around the chapel to see if there's more angles like this that I haven't seen before. I don't think the image will win any prizes, but I think I'll keep on exploring. There looks to be a few rocks over there, so I'll go over there, just literally in front of me, to see if there's a composition to be had there. And yeah, I quite like finding these little scenes off the main track. So yeah, we'll see if I can get another alternative version of this image. My goal with this shot is to get a shot that, with the rocks, it guides you up towards the chapel. But I'm struggling a bit with the composition because I can't seem to get the rocks to work correctly. So I've taken two versions, might even take a third. So yeah, we'll definitely see which one comes out best in Lightroom, and once I've assembled it all and stuff. So yeah. So I think I managed to suss out the composition. I've kept it simple with one main rock in the foreground, then the path leading up towards the chapel. So yeah, I tried to keep it fairly simple, and I'm happy with the shot because it's not a shot that I've seen of the chapel before. Because the chapel is so photographed, it's like the thing to take photos of in this region, or in the Mont Saint-Michel. So yeah, I'm quite happy to find a sort of like original, kind of like unique composition, as well with this fog. It's absolutely amazing. So yeah, I'll walk you through my settings quickly. It's the same things roughly. Focus stacking again because wide angle and stuff, and then having a relatively fast shutter speed because there's no reason not to, and because there's a slight wind, so to have all of the foliage sharp and stuff. So yeah, I'll talk you through it, and then we'll move on to the next shot. As you can see, I've got the rocks in the foreground and the midground, then the path leading up towards the chapel in the distance. My main focus point is here. Then I've second focused on the rocks in the midground, and then third focused on the chapel. So this is my final composition with my wide angle lens. I think I'm going to go back up and see if I can get a few close-up drone pics of the chapel. So for this composition, again, I'm using the rocks and the heather and the vegetation to lead you up towards the just the tip of the chapel pointing over the ridge. So it's more of a discreet picture than some other pictures of the chapel, but I quite like just the hint of it there in the background. So yeah, it's the same settings and same method as the other pics. Focus stacking again. This time I did it on 4 points. So if you basically I divided the picture into 4 parts: the front, middle, or front, middle, and back of the image. And just so I can get a sharp focus throughout the image. The cloud is cleared, and there are once more views of the whole region. The moment the cloud cleared, it was amazing, and I've just been for the last 5 minutes I've been running and gunning with my Nikon Z7 and the 70-200 zoom lens, because there's so many little spots, little images to be had within the landscape. So yeah. But unfortunately now I need to go back to my camping ground because I need to leave by 12, and I've got 2 hours to pack everything up, have a bit of breakfast, and basically leave. So yeah, I don't regret at all getting up ridiculously early this morning. It's been nearly 5 hours now since I've got up. So yeah, and I definitely picked the right location because I wasn't sure if it was worth going to the forest or not, but it turned out the conditions of cloud were correct, not mist. So and my bet that the Mont Saint-Michel would be in cloud was true. So yeah. If you've enjoyed this vlog, don't forget to leave a like and tell me what you think in the comments section below. And if you want to see the rest of my adventure in Brittany, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in my next video on Wednesday. Bye!